hello, hello, hello. Am I live? Yes, it seems like I am. Okay, give me 1 second. I will just share it. Uh, if Facebook will be willing to cooperate with me. Facebook, please behave yourself. Okay, so I will share it from the profile. Just hold on, guys. Hold on, hold on. Oh my God. Okay, apparently that was too much for my computer. Okay, I can see myself live. I hope that I did everything correctly. I will just share it once, click, and okay. Hi, Karen. Okay, so we are live on Facebook and hello, hello, and YouTube. I will open live stream in the group because I can see that I will not see the comments from the group, so I have to check them over there. I will turn on camera in a second. I just don't start with my face today because my face is not startable. Let's put it like that. My face is very not startable today. So, oh, yeah, that's great. Okay, so we are starting with the screen and we will be making today a project, a little, not so little frame with or decorated piece with clay impressions from the molds. Last time when we met, I was raving about the fact that I absolutely love on the shelf of 14 Craft Bar. I absolutely. Oh, hi, Orla. Okay, now I see. Now I see who is talking to me. Hi, Leon. Okay, so I shared my love for both clay and molds that are in the store. Okay, let's change the overlay for maybe this one. Okay. So today we will be working mostly with clay impressions. Okay, and I tidied up especially for you guys. So of course my clay is hidden. Okay, so this is the clay that I used to make most of the impressions. I will talk about some of them later on. It's extra light white clay from 14 Craft Bar. I love it. When you warm it, you can bend it. It dries in no time to the working stage. It's not sticky. It releases from the molds beautifully, from all kind of molds. And I have a mold like that. It's quite big mold. Do I have a candy? Yes. Okay. It's quite big mold, and it takes a lot of clay because it's quite thick as well. So here I have one made from 14 Craft Bar clay. And this one is a little bit broken, so I will use it for different project. This one is made with plaster of Paris. Okay, so you can see that first of all that clay is shrinking quite a bit because plaster have to stay in the mold until it's solid, and then you have to be incredibly gentle with removing it from mold because it will crack. Hello. Hi, Jennifer. Yes, I'm well, thank you. Vina asked about 14 craft bar air dry clay the other day. Oh, so I will message her because maybe she have some questions. I'm super excited. I'm super excited, and I think it's an awesome product. But because I'm running low, I have only 4 packets left. So with the big frame like this one, I use plaster of Paris, and disadvantage is that you can get a lot of bubbling. And I also have, oops, this one is super fragile. I'm scared to touch it. I have also a lot of insects. This one is a little bit Frankenstein. I will talk a little bit more about her in a second. And all my elements, including this one and this one, are already primed. I use bonding primer from Pentart. And this is the base that I was practicing some kind of crackle on, but I sand it down. I put on the primer again, and we will start with adding something to the background. It has been 6 minutes, and I'm just blubbling and blubbling. I have some Ciao Bella papers. Ooh, this one would fit really nicely. And this one will match nicely as well. Okay. Actually, they all would, because they are all gorgeous. Ooh, and I have one. Ooh. I think that this one will be the best of all of them. Yes. Okay, so it's decided. We are taking this one. I will adhere my paper to my base. It's just a wooden plank that I used to test some paints. I was using it as a palette, then I ran out of the surfaces, so I started to use my palette as the surface. Right now it's nice and smooth, so we can apply our tissue paper, rice paper. Those are two different things, but in our industry, all the terms are just cycling and changing the meaning. Okay, so I definitely want that bit, and I will trim it off. I don't have to trim it off right now, in theory, but I want to save that sentiment as the embellishment. So I have to be sure that nothing will happen to it. And I'm cutting it like I'm crippled. Oh well. Okay. I'm saving all the scraps of the rice papers, even those small ones, they go to separate bagging. Okay. And I will use wood glue. You can use magic glue that is available in 14 craft bar. Okay, here is my palette. Okay, and I also need my spritzer with water. Is it water inside? Yes. Okay, so I will gently spritz my paper and let it absorb all the moisture. And I will take quite soft but wider brush, and I will apply my glue. We need quite generous coat to adhere our rice paper, and we will apply glue on top of the paper as well, like with decoupage. So you can see that I have quite a lot of glue on my surface. Now we are adding that beautiful, beautiful paper. And I'm trying to get as close to the edge of the print as possible. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Okay, nice. Now a little bit of water and still some glue. We can't have dry brush because dry brush will rip your paper, will start to drag it. See, when it's too dry, it will just drag your paper around instead of sticking it on. Okay. Okay. And the paper is nicely secured on my board. And this bit I will just stick on a piece of cardstock. Any cardstock will do. I would like some stiffer paper. Let's see, what do we have here in the scraps? I'm pretty sure that I will not continue that coloring. So in the same way, applying glue on the paper, then my rice paper, and a little bit glue on top to seal it nice and well. Okay, I like my elements to be quite thick, so let's stick 2 pieces of cardstock together for that purpose. Okay. 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 So those 2 beads will have to dry, and I need my cloth to wipe off my palette so it will look decent for today's show for a change. Okay, I will put it aside to not mess it up, and I hope it will dry without me using heat gun because it's too hot for heat gun. Hello, 14 Craft Bar and Olga. Hello, Anthony. Hi, Olga, Agnieszka, and Orla. Agnieszka, both Agnieszkas are not here today. I'm alone and unsupervised. Ha ha ha. Hi, Terry. Oh my God, so nice to see you. And hello, hello. Sporting Craft Bar, I believe that this is Aggie. Okay, so my idea is to use all those elements and to paint them. So we will be using Pentart paints, and I will just depot some on my palette because definitely I will have to mix some colors to achieve the look that I want. I just have to check which colors. Oh my God, I did prep. I promise. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Okay, here. Red, brown, I don't have that one. With that, I have butter. Okay, where is the potting tool? Okay. Especially that some of the paints I have in the in the jars, in those small ones. Some of them I have in the bigger volume, like my very favorite colors. Some of them I have in those tiny tubes. That's the same paint. It will be just very confusing if I will keep them on the screen, because then you will go to the store to look for the product, and product looks different. And yeah, that would be not cool, not cool. No brown, no brown. Yep. This one. Okay. And of course my tubes stuck in. So today we will do mostly painting with acrylics and some composition and some other cool stuff from the store. There are a lot of cool things. Okay, so those will be my colors. And that outer frame, I want it white. Like I said, I already used bonding primer on it, and bonding primer is really cool primer. You need to leave it for longer, like 12 to 24 hours to really set on your item, especially if you are doing something bigger like a furniture piece. For crafty purposes, it's also awesome primer. But I don't know if every time you do crafts it's necessarily. Definitely for resin, I didn't find anything better. So my frame, I will paint white. And all those paints are matte. We will just use different colors. I will show you a really cool trick. At the end, we'll use antiquing paste, brown antiquing paste from Pentart. That is just something beautiful, and it's changing the way that everything looks. So my plaster of Paris is quite fresh, so probably I will have to paint it twice, because fresh cast from plaster of Paris will absorb still a lot of moisture. That's why the paint is a little bit less opaque, and you almost don't see that I primed it, because bonding primer is not opaque primer. It has white tint to it, but it's whitish, not white. It's not gesso, it's just a primer. It helps with all the adhesive issues you might. Oops, yeah, hello. That's how working with plaster is. It's a beautiful material, but very, very fragile. And my hammer hands are definitely not used to delicate treatment to almonds. Okay, I'm looking for something that I can put my almonds to dry. So we will use the extra shells in the drawer. Okay, gently, gently, don't drop it. Don't drop it. Okay, and let's move to my bee. So here I have a bee that I already start to alter, and then I thought that we can alter her together. Okay, let's put you a little bit closer, maybe a little bit less glary. Okay, yes, that is as close as we get. Now we are close. Okay, and it will be good to put something more neutral underneath my bee, so then you can see all the details. Okay, so this is my bee. This is moth, and they are all in extra large, in the largest size, because they were available in couple sizes. And there is a beetle. I already made up my mind that we will make a bee today. But there is also beetle and stag beetle, and mine is always legless. But all the limbs are here in the box. I rescued all of them, and I would just have to attach them when I will want to use the beetle. So that bee over here, it's like it comes from the mold. And I don't like that fuzz around her face, so I trimmed it off. I also thought that cape on moth, that top part, is so cool, so much cooler than the armor that bee have over here. So I just covered it up, and now it looks like it's wearing a backpack. I also trimmed off the arms because I think that they should stick out in a different spot. And I really like to mess around with my prints and impressions. I like to make something new from something old. Just have to trim off all the fuzzies that we have, a little bit fuzzies around the antenna. Carefully, Olga, don't remove antenna. Okay. And because clay is much more forgiving than resin, because I also have an element made from resin, so it's hard plastic. To make it flexible, you have to warm it up. And yes, it does have some advantages over the clay, but clay is more universal and you will not get allergic reaction to clay. And this particular one is just so nice to work with. Okay, so here we have the bee that I damaged eyes. Okay, I crushed one of the eyes, so it will be my bee for the spare parts, because the arms are gone and I need a new one, so we will borrow those. Okay, this one will be the original bee. So here they are sticking out like that, and I think that they should be more like here, and here it's supposed to be another pair of the limbs. Okay, and if we feel fancy, okay, I'm trimming off the edges, and I keep all the Frankenstein leftovers in case that I will ever want to combine, I don't know, other parts of that particular insect. Because the wings, it's themselves. I will just trim off that bulky part before clay is completely dry. And I made some of those impressions in the morning. This one is already a couple of weeks old, so it's nice and fully dried up, and you can recognize how long it has been dry, because smaller parts will kind of lift up and look up. If you heat it up and put glue on it, it will still adhere flat, so no worries about that. It's just the way that the fibers are shrinking, because I showed you how much the impression is shrinking if it's made from air dry clay. Okay, so we can also double up on the bee's wings. Okay, I have to dig to my box. Okay, we will borrow some limbs from here because I still can't find the bee's limbs. So we will borrow some hands from the beetles, I believe. Yes, I will not find those hands that came. Oh, okay, I found one. But the rest is unfortunately okay. So that will be my bee, and we will paint it. And we don't have to do the super good job with painting it, because we will use a cool technique with Pentart and ticking paste. And of course, yeah. Of course, I have handy only the one in the shade brass, so I will have to jump and look for it in a second. But I have the one that have name Umbra, and that's my favorite. Favorite. It's similar to Patina Umbra from Stamperia. The shade is just slightly bit different, but it's like seriously, the difference is basically not noticeable. Oh, and we need yellow. We need also yellow. We need also yellow. And sunflower yellow. Okay. I'll look on your comments in the second. Of course, my yellow paint stuck. I have just like sunflower yellow shade. We will have to mess with it a little bit. I will mix it with other shades. Hi, Christiana. Hi, everyone. I love to hear the positive aspects of clay. Yes, Karen, it has a lot of positives, except the moments when you need like super hard impression. It's perfect. No bugs were harmed in the life. No real insects were harmed. I promise. Pinky promise. Okay, need a smaller brush. Okay, this one, maybe this one. Oh, let's grab a couple because we have a lot of painting to do. Okay. Is this one too thick? Yeah, it might be. Okay, so I will mix in a little bit better yellow because this one is definitely too bright. So I'm mixing it with that cream color that I used at the beginning. I'm pretty sure that it's called buttercream. Okay, and we will start with painting her bum. Okay, let's just see which stripe goes first. Is it yellow? Oh, yeah, it's mostly yellow. So it will be mostly yellow. And yes, I know I'm tapping a little bit on the wings, but like I told you, it doesn't have to be perfect. So that technique done by David, my friend, with a little bit different products. He was showing how to hide the imperfections of the paint job with that patina product. Okay, now every other one. Okay, maybe a little bit more yellow. No, it's not yellow enough. The very tip of the bum. Okay. Okay, this part will be brownish, will shaded. Okay. Okay. Okay, so brush is clear. Now I need brown, and I will also, can you see my palette? Probably not, because it's never in frame. Never in frame. Okay, yes, now it's in frame. Okay, so again, cream, not white, because white will make my my color way too light, and then I will take that dark brown. Now the dark brown will look muddy. So let's take that reddish brown. Yes, that one is much better. And let's just mix it half and half with that cream color. Okay, much better. And wait, I will just show you a difference if I would take white and do exactly the same mix. Can you see? No, you can't see the difference on the camera. So this one is way more pastel, way this one is still nice and warm and browny. And of course, I wanted to show that the camera don't want me to show off that subtle difference. I just want brown that will be not too warm and not too light. Okay, that one looks like it will be perfect. And now with the small brush, I will go and paint the detail. I'm trying to stick in the inside of the line and paint just the body part that I want to be in that color. But if it will not happen, and if I happen to go a little bit off, I don't mind. Okay, so now those stripes, and this one will be brown, the first one. So, and of course I messed up the yellow one. Now this one, I wanted to, I know it doesn't have to be perfect, I just said that, but I was hoping that I will show my better painting skill today. I will blame it on the brush because it was stolen from my husband, and brush knows its owner, and that's why he misbehaved. So I will blame it on him. And you guys will support that motion. Okay. A little bit of water because it's quite hot today. So the paint is getting thick in no time. Sorry for that. Somebody's calling me, and it's definitely not my working time. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. That was a phone call. Okay. How rude. Call me when I'm live. I have no idea who it is. They probably want to sell me the Calio, something like that. Are we back? Yes, we're back. Sorry, guys. That phone call just kicked me off the studio. How rude. Okay. Almost done with the stripies. And it's definitely not perfect at all. Normally, I would fuss much more with the details. We would not apply the patina on top. I would definitely fuzz a lot with those. Okay, so now hands. I will just paint them brown. I will take the mommy's little helper because I'm getting annoyed with my nails. That's a very bad sign for them. Okay. Okay, and those extra limbs we will paint brown as well. Actually, the legs could be black. We can still go back and fix it. Come on, come on. Okay. So as my brush is, do I have black one? So as my brush is still wet, okay, I will just pick up tiny bit of black because I need it just for the fine detail, and fine detail is painting the eye black. Yep, just like that. And painting the other eye black as well. Okay. So eyes are painted now. Antennas. One antenna. And second antenna. Okay, that's great. And now hands. I mean limbs. Okay, and just the tips will be black. Okay, that's great. And the only thing that is left to paint, oh, the tiny ones. Okay, in a second, come here. Those extra limbs can go back, and the original bee can go back as well. So my last element will be wings. And for wings, I will mix darker blue with white to have that paler. Damn, it's quite pigmented. Okay, shade. Now I will just go here with my blue on the edge. Okay, and at the tip of the wing. Okay. So now to blend my blue, I will not rinse my brush with water. I just wipe it down on my cloth, and I'm mixing myself much lighter blue. And I will use that lighter blue just to blend out my color. And remember that everything is primed, and it's quite important to have the primer base, because otherwise they will not blend so nice. Okay, now here, again, a lighter blue, and I'm just blending with my brush. When it starts to drag too much of darker color, I wipe it on the towel, but don't rinse it with water. Then go back to my darker blue. Okay, and now here, same thing, same thing. Blending the edge of my two blue shades together. Okay. And same on the other wing. I'm trying to make them more or less even. Okay. So now the darkest blue will go on top. And again, I will blend it in. Okay, and now B can start to dry. Okay, a little bit of pure white just on the tip of the wing. Make sure that they are nicely blended. Okay, and we'll go with clearer brush. Okay, this one. Okay. So now again, I will dip into that darker brown, and I will use that brush with a little bit of water and the super dark brown to just add some detail here on that fuzzy part of B's suit. I have no idea how B's armor or parts of the bees are called in English. I know that they have wings and antennas and fat bum. Oh, better base, better base. Okay, I'm going in. Shading. Now a little bit of water because my yellow paint already dried, so you can see all the details. Let me see the bee. Okay, around the head we have area of white, so I will just cover it with some brown, and I will pick up just a little bit of black just to add here and there on the brown stripes, because I'm not sure if brown will shade with the brown patina. It might be quite dark, so for this part I will use black for shading, but just a little bit. We don't want to be too dramatic with it. Okay. Everywhere where we have a little bubble, like here, because it's already painted and primed, I can just tap off the paint before it's dry. That's why not to prime is a crime, because if we prime, we can go that one step back. One step back. Okay, sides of the wings. Yeah, I know that she's still not perfect, and definitely could have done much more precise paint job, but it is no matter, because it will not be visible underneath the patina anyway. Okay, so now B and all the B's limbs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's not lose any of them. Are going away. Oh my god, it looks like a body mark on the floor. Oh, new comments. Scroll down. Okay. Oh wow, wow, that was a lot. That is a lot. Okay, since okay, on YouTube, girls have the discussion about something. Anthony says that the the clay is great because you don't have to prime it like resin. You don't have to prime resin as well if you have a good paint. But priming, not to prime as a crime in general, because primer always give you that option of going one step back. It doesn't matter if you use acrylics, watercolors. If you did a good priming, the project will be always rescuable. Okay, on YouTube. Hi, John. On YouTube, the discussion is not about me. So I will read it up later on. Okay, and I want my bee to sit on the some kind of cool frame. So let's use this guy to see which one will be better. This one, and I have this one. I think I like the heart one a little bit more. And I also have that cool piece that will look so cool. I just have to trim all those bits like little overfills. You know, my mold was overfilled when I removed my impression from it. So I will just sand it, but it's not dry enough to sand nicely. And I don't want to break the edges more. Okay, nice. And I have a lot of rope. I'm not sure if the rope will be enough, because I think that this one, I have 2 of each, and that will be not enough to go all around my frame, unfortunately. Ooh, but we also have that that cute little guy over here. And what else we did prep? Oh yes, Lady Vagabond key locket. Can I use it like that just to have a nice? I don't know. Well, would I prefer this one or this one? This one. Definitely this one. Okay, that is this, and yep. That will be that one, unless we will go with the big element. Okay, yeah, I will paint them both. So this guy, he will be white. It's already decided. It's already decided. So this guy will be white, white, white. Okay. And go to the dry. Go to the drying rack. And now those two guys, I will make them in that buttercream color. So it's like off-white vanilla shade, still quite light. Okay, nice. And now you, like I said, this one is a resin cast, and it was primed because I'm priming all my casts. Doesn't matter if I use them in project or not. Sorry. I do keep them primed. They're for black or for white. Okay. Okay. And the last guy, he will be gold. And I will grab my gold paint and patina from floating craft bag drawer. I didn't find the Pentart patina, so I will link you the product, and I will use antique gold acrylic paint on the frame. Okay, and last time I'm reaching to the magical bucket of clean-ish brushes. Okay. I will have to go twice because my brush was too red, and I did dilute the paint a little bit, so we'll go with 2 coats of that beautiful antique gold. I really like those Pentart metallic paints. They are like pure mica in that shade, suspended in a clear base, because usually a gold paint will have yellow or brown base, and this one is pure gold shimmer. Okay, before we will move on, I want to do some dry brushing with the dry brush on the wings. So a little bit of white paint. I could also use like this, for example. And have on it. Let's grab that bee bag. Okay. Oops, too much. Okay. And just quick swirl with white. Maybe better brush. Which one was better? You might be better. Yes, you are much better. Okay. So what dry brushing does, it's bringing back those veins. Can you see them? How nicely exposed they are right now. So that is what dry brushing did for me here. Okay, maybe on this one it will focus better. Maybe don't stir in the camera, just in the preview, just look at the piece, Olga, just look at the piece. Okay. And now the other one. Okay. So we will have to, unfortunately, dry them a little bit. I'm leaving my paint palette on the side. This one can be folded. Okay. Dry you. You are not dry yet. Okay, so I will dry all my guys together, including the frame. Move. Move. Okay, that's good. Right. Yes, both of the frames are gorgeous. I'm reminded the big one is Foxed, the small one is, I don't know the brand, but it's really, really nice frame. And all of those molds are super detailed. Okay, I'm scared that I will drop my frame. I want to stick it as soon as possible. I just need the second coat of the gold paint here. Okay. Okay. And where is my brush? Oh, maybe not this one. This one was. Where is the brush from the gold paint? Oh my god. Okay. Is it dry now? Yes. Okay. Yeah, much better coverage. Remember about the sides. They might be visible as well. Okay. And it will stay on the drying spot. Okay. So that is the volunteer for my sentiment. Now I will take a piece of sanding paper and I will trim off all the excess of paper. When it's dry, it's really easy. You just scratch it with sandpaper and it will remove all the excess of the paper, even from very intricate elements. but you have to wait until it's like super dry, or dry it with the heat gun, because if it's wet, it will just drag your paper. Okay, a little bit more heat drying, because I feel that that spot is super wet underneath my finger. Okay, can we work on that zoom? Yes, we can. I can just zoom you guys out a little bit. What does it seem like? Is that okay? Now it should be fine. Okay. And I have the track to keep my work space raised, so then it doesn't touch the surface of my desk, so it dries faster. Okay. Because for my for my technique to work, everything have to be covered with some kind of sealant. So the glue will work very nice, glossy. Glossy gel medium will work. Okay, so I will just give it a nice, quite thin coat of glossy gel. Matte gel will work to some extent as well, but I would recommend first trying it with glossy gel or with that wood glue as the sealant, because everything that it's not sealed will stain heavily. From the patina. Patina is solvent base with oil, so if we will protect our surface, nothing will get accidentally stained. Okay, let's see. Hi Anya, hello Anya, happy birthday. I missed your party, I'm sorry. Pretty, thank you. I want something really light. I have used, if I want something really light, I have used toilet paper. Oh, okay. Yeah, toilet paper is a great thing. I like clay and resin for different purposes. Okay, so it's time. Oh my god, that is my chair. I swear, my chair is making funny noises today. So to glue everything, I will use my wood glue or magic glue. It will just dry faster than any gel medium or any other product. And I add quite a bit because this one was casted with plasters, so the edges lift up, and we have a little puddle well in the middle. Okay, wait, because that is definitely not centered. And I would like it to be a little bit centered. Okay. So to make it more centered, I have to sand off a little bit more on this edge. That's what, yeah, that little white line was seeing. Okay, so my frame is nicely secured. Now it's time for my little bee, and I will also attach that extra pair of wings. I'm just debating, should they go on the top or on the bottom? On the top, I think. Okay, and again, glue. This one will dry quite fast. Okay, I'm trimming that wing a little bit so it will be a little shorter, and I'm pressing it here on the shoulder underneath that extra suit that I have added to my bee, so it will still look like it's coming out from my insect. Now here, a little bit of trim. Okay, and now let's press it in. Okay, that's great. That's great. Now the big decision making. Do we want this one? And I will definitely have to cut part of it. And then my bee is on top. And it looks like that. Or I want the golden one. And I want it here. Or maybe I want both. Actually, both are not the worst solution. I will heat it up with heat gun. Because it's resin, so I can't just cut it as I please. Have to heat it up first. Okay, it's still not heated up enough. Yeah, and we are looking for my clippers. Okay, there's them. The resin is like plastic, and this one is quite thick. So I will use the wire clippers to remove the excess. And I will still try to maintain the pattern. Okay. Let's warm it up again. And the same thing I can do with the clay one. I can warm it up, and when it's warm, because I know that this part will be too long, I can just bend it up so it will fit the shape of my frame much better. Okay, now let's see if I don't want to make it gold by any chance. I feel I might want to. but maybe not. No, I will leave it like it is. Okay, so now the B, we get some glue. We get some glue, and it goes on this frame. Okay, and now this frame will go here. Okay, we didn't sand all the edges, unfortunately. Okay, so a little dot of glue here and a little dot of glue here. I could use the hot glue, but with all the heat gunning that I'm doing, it might get a little bit complicated. Okay, so now I have a nice landing spot for my main focal element, and I still have two elements. I have to stand up for that to make sure that everything looks nice. How about lifting that part up and adding that piece in? That will change anything? No. No. Okay. So you can go back. You can go back. Okay, actually, here I will use a piece of hot glue because, again, my frame have edges that are not sanded down. That means they pushing my composition up, and I want to go to the fun. I want to skip to the fun part of adding the patina already. Not focus on the boring parts like gluing. Okay, so we will put two pieces of hot glue over here. Okay, then two might be quite a lot. Let's try with 1/2. Okay, and yes, that's hot gluing for dummies, or for those who don't have the hot glue pistol or gun. I'm just melting the hot glue on my mold with my heat gun. And then we'll add my piece to the wood. To the final piece. Down, down, down. Love the little piece. What? Karen, it will be Profset, probably. And I have to, shoot, it's hot. It's hot. Shoot, it's very hot. I'm just letting you guys know that it's very hot and some sacrifices were made here today. Okay. Now I have to melt the glue through the Karen, I will see how it's mentioned in on the website. If I will not find the name of company, I'm pretty sure that Tama will know, unless he's planning to order from Ireland. I can also send you a couple of notes. Okay, I'm trying to melt that piece of hot glue that is underneath without burning my resin completely. Okay, so now I can hold it down to make sure that it will go flat on top, and you can see how that bump that we had just disappeared. Yes, I burned the resin a bit here, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll survive it. And I see a nasty glue overflow over here, so let's just pick it up. I have a gel medium here, so it will not want to stick too well. Okay, and now we are adding the bee. The bee and I'm applying glue only in the touch points. Do we have more touch points or only those two? Only those two. Wow, touchy, touchy. Okay, and time for little hands. So where is my tweezer? It's here. Okay, so now it's time to attach those tiny little hands. Okay, I don't want that hand to look up, so I will have to dry them down. Come on, come on. Okay. And I believe that here we would have some legs. I mean, you can see the indication of the one leg. The second leg is lost in the action. I believe that it was lost when I was demolding my bee, but I just didn't notice back then. So I will just add some extra legs here. They supposed to go on the top as the second pair of legs, but they didn't. I forgot. And now we have wings over there. Okay, and the last drying of today. So when I heat dry it, first of all, I can manipulate a little bit some elements, the ones that I want to lay flat. I can keep flat. The ones that I want to manipulate and lift up, I can lift them up. And then, if I will put like my brush over here, I'll just hold it till it's cool down. Okay. Then they will maintain that shape. Okay. And the hands are still warm. I want them to be a little bit lower. Okay, and now it have to cool down because when it's warm from the heat gun, I try to avoid using any products on top because everything acrylic will dry in no time and you will get nasty, nasty stains. Okay. So in the meantime, just to be sure that everything will work and that I didn't fluff anything up, because I don't remember, did I tested all the paints? Did I use all the colors that I did test that will work? Again, that gloss gel medium, so we don't add any color right now. And if you are not fan of that glossy look on your work, it's fine. I'm not a biggest fan as well. So when it's dry, we will use oil-based products, so it will dry for days, to be dry. When you smell it and it still have some, you can still smell a little bit of solvent, that means that it's not dry yet. So it will take a long time for it to dry, but if you don't like, but you can touch it, you can use the object. It is still not ready for adding any varnish or anything like that. But when it's dry, you can add matte gel to mattify it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that now everything is covered. And one more click drying. Okay, and now let's cool it down. So I'm using the little fan to cool it down, so it will not have that warm feel to it, and my products will not. Sorry, I was looking for a brush. So yeah, when it's not warm, then it's safe to use anything solvent, acrylic, watercolor base. When your wood, when your piece is still warmish, I would cool it down because it's so easy to make some stains. And at this stage, you know, it took a little bit of time to get to this stage, and I would like that time to not go for nothing. So it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm still not sure about sentiment. I wanted to put it here, but we will see. We will see. Okay, I also cleaned off my desk a little bit. Okay, and my clay elements can go out. Okay. Is that, yes. Okay. So if you notice that you have any blobs of the product, just pick them up with the dry brush all around. Okay. I'm giving it just a couple seconds to make sure that it's cooled down. And now the brush. I have brushes that are dedicated to solvent-based products. And to the solvent-based products, we will, all the solvent-based products will have the info that they are solvent-based. Usually you have to flip the label. So all the antique pastes are solvent-based. They also say bitumen, so it has very specific smell to it. Like I said, I will use this one because I can't find my Pentart one, but I'm sure that it's in the store. Just give me 1 second. They were here, antique, gold, brass, amber. Yes, it's here. For love of me, I can't find it. So here it goes. That will be this product. Are you putting this live on YouTube, on 13 Craft Bar YouTube. No, Jennifer, but it will stay on the page and in the group for sure. I like I can't put it on 14 Craft Bar YouTube. And I'm pretty sure that, yeah, it's Olga. Well, oh, that was. I don't have access to 14 Craft Bar YouTube, so if girls will be here, they can put it over there. If not, then your heat gun doesn't sound healthy. My heat gun is quite okay, quite healthy. Sometimes it rattles already because I use it a lot. And previous one, I dipped in the coffee like multiple times. I absolutely love this heat gun. It doesn't sound healthy, but it is. What the clay that you are using is made from, Anthony, I have no idea. You would have to ask Agnieszka because she's a producer, and I believe that it's a restrict include what is made from. Definitely not paper clay, and it doesn't have any cluster in it. No heaviness or powderness. Karen is reminding me about the double butterfly. Okay, so we are ready to add the magic patina. So I have the brushes that are dedicated to solvent-based products because, I will not clean that brush. It will not clean nice with water if you want to bring it to the pristine condition. You need solvent, and I hate the smell of my solvent cleaner. But even if I will leave it ganged up like that on my brush, still when I put it in any solvent-based product, it will reactivate and it's nice and soft again. So now I'm putting that antiquing paste all over my piece. So here I have it have certain smell to it. For me, it's okay. I prefer this smell over the orange smell that Stamperia and Pentart products have. But if you are very much bothered, I should say that all solvent-based products are recommended to use in very well ventilated area because it's solvent and you never know how you will react. But it's not my first time with that product, so I know that all will be fine. I never get the reaction for the skin contact. So I'm pretty sure that I will survive. Okay, for the bee, I will need another brush. So let's look for the brush that I will not love anymore. Because okay, you will be my new detail brush. And the longer we will allow our patina to sit on our piece, darker it will get. If you will apply too much, then you can turn for help to either clear wax or oil-based remover or baby oil. Baby oil will work as well. Okay, we are almost done. Oh my God, I hope that I hope that um, I did do all the steps and we will not end up with the disaster. Okay, so now I have my patina added, and because it's an oil-based product, so keep in mind that nothing will want to stick to it. Not with glue, not with anything else, and that's the lesson that I learned very hard. Um, some of you might remember the live stream that I spent entire 1.5 hours holding two pieces of cardstock, hoping that they will stick together, but they didn't. So we apply it when everything is already stuck to our project. And now, yes, I'm covering the whole bee except the sides of the wings. I mean, now I have to do the tip on this wing and this wing. Okay. I'm trying to focus on all the deepest areas of my work to make sure that I reached out over there with my dark color, so there will be no spots that will hurt my eye later on. They would be mostly on the frame or here underneath the composition. Okay. So now it looks like that, and we are done. It's pretty, huh? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just grabbing my secret weapon, and my secret weapon is my cloth. I'm using the old towel. I had the microfiber one somewhere, but it seems like it growed out the legs and escaped the craft room. Okay. I mean, from the distance, it might look good, but it's not the look that I'm going for. It looks like everything is ganged up everywhere, basically everywhere around the bee. So it's time to start to wipe off the excess. And I will start with the towel itself, so I don't use anything on it. And I'm just gently removing the excess of the product. If I would wait like 30 minutes, it would be darker and darker and darker. Instead of waiting, I prefer to apply it more than once if I want more dramatic look, more dramatic effect. And if you want to wipe off more of the material, like I said, you can grab a clear wax or baby oil and just wipe it off. Here I have the brush that tip already dyed, so I will just trim it off a little bit, because with the brush I will get nice and smooth blending. So I will go again with my brush on top of that patina that I did apply and I did wipe off, and then I will just smooth it. So everything is perfectly blended. I'm trying to do half-half, and let's pray for those elements to not get, oops, is it lost the antenna? Oh no, okay, antenna is saved. we'll add it. I will add it later on. Okay. And I can remove it almost to reveal the original colors. I like to apply it, remove it, apply it again, or smooth it out with the brush. Now you can see the difference. So here is the product already blended out, and we don't have any gunk anywhere. And here we have the product that it's still on the build up on our piece. And trying, I hope you can see, guys, like that, because I'm trying to give you a close-up of blending. At the same time, at this stage, I'm actually blending from my screen, from the preview, because I don't see anything through my phone. If you see stuff, I don't. Okay. And I would be tempted to go with the white wax, because now paint will not stick, it will peel off and cause me a lot of troubles if I will try to apply the paint. So I will find the white wax to add the highlights to the wings. Okay. And you can see that the longer we talk, longer it takes me to remove the product. It settles more and more. And once it's dry, it is dry. It is permanent and very much dry. Okay. And again, I'm removing the excess of the product from my brush so that that trimmed one will just work as the nice blender to make sure that I don't have that patina gunked in the corners, that all the blending is smooth and nice and neat. Okay. Now again, the B. So like I said, wings will need either a replacement or white wax on top of them. I can't rub them too hard because they are dry and they are workable, but still not to the point like the frame is, for example, that I can rub really hard and remove the excess of the product. And you have to apply oil or clear wax and rub it and remove it from the surface. So actually, I will start with the oil. When everything is dry, I will try to use baby oil to remove the excess. But yeah, okay, so that will be my B done. And minus the wings that are now distracting me heavily because they are very much imperfect. The body of the bee and the whole piece looks really cool, exactly like I imagined. So here it is. The example of working with the clay, with the products that are available in 14 craft bar. So, do you have any questions? In case you do, in case you're not, the classes in 14 craft bar, they are going on. Ida is teaching classes, and you can participate in person, and maybe soon some full online options for 14 craft bar will appear. I will appear on your screen next month. And as it's holidays, probably we will make some kind of project. I will talk with Agnieszka what she would like to have, and let me know what you would like to see. Anthony, no, I don't have to be more careful if they are dry, like dry, like not made on the morning and now they are ready, because I will just pull off the wings. But if I would leave it, if I will make the whole composition, leave it overnight, then I don't have to be gentle. And there is no difference with the treatment on clay, resin, or plaster of Paris. Okay, so I will wrap this one up and post the pictures tomorrow. What the wax is. Yes, baby oil will reactivate the wax and all the waxy products. Okay, so thank you for today, and see you again next month.